Gardner. And the Commanders have it down near the opposing 40 after the return is stopped. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now Daniels off the play action. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Washington. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field. And when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Patterson now to return it. Return's looking good so far. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And we've seen both extremes of this passing game so far, Brock. 1 touchdown and 1 interception on the ledger.
A home run and a strikeout. A little sampling of what works and what doesn't against this defense, Kate. Now, got to try to emphasize those things that you found success on with that opening drive.
1st down throw from Wilson. This ball's caught by Pickens. Down to the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers need only 1 to take the lead. George Pickens the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming here from the 12. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Oh, he put everything he had in it. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Minkah Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers get it back after making their 3rd 1st half interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Running behind center with Harris. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have 3rd and 4 to start out. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They do snap it. Here's Fields. He's on the move. Pushes this one towards the sideline. He's got it. And the feet are in bounds, too. What a play to beat the defense on 4th down. It's 23 yards and a first.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bundled up at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Has it in close. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And this drive, Brock, hopefully longer than that last one. They were only out there one play before they were picked off.
Kind of a good chance right now to see how risk-averse these guys are offensively. A lot of game left. They could give the passing game a little breather and start this one on the ground.
And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders make it a one-score game in the first half. Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders cut the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Steelers and Mike Williams getting set for another go on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Wilson now from the gun. He lofts it deep left. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 13-point lead. George Pickens the touchdown. His third through the air this game. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. They're probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Return starts from the 16. Escapes a defender. And an excellent return here sets them up almost at midfield. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. Daniels on first down. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. This one intended for the running back. And it sets up second down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Come on.
On first down, here's Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on first down, and when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a one-score game in the first half. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind. But you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Steelers and George Pickens set for this next possession. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Wilson on first and 10. On the move, headed right. Now he's taking a deep shot right. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. As soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, they go with Harris. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Big gain downfield. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Well, so far, they've got to be pretty happy with how he's been leading their offense. It has been a great start.
And I'd hesitate to say it's only going to get better, especially if they really decide to keep running this offense through that quarterback's arm.
Caught at the 10-yard line. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Russ now from the gun. Going to try and force it into the slants. It's intercepted. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And the Commanders will have a first. Again, Daniels to the air. Buys time, rolling right. Now here he goes. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing deep for the end zone. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders tie it in the final minute of the half. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. Cyber tacks on the point after, and they'll take the lead. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. His return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And normally they'd need this out, Brock, but facing such a small deficit, good chance they try to get a field goal here before the break. Wilson with it on first. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
2nd and 6 now. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his play's really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
Nearly an interception on that play, so it'll be second down. Cross is cooking again. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
That's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
Throwing on third, Wilson. Forced out to his right. That's caught for the first. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Steelers first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
This one's caught. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes the final play of our first half. Throwing it just before halftime. And he's into the end zone. No time left, and they take the lead right as halftime arrives. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
The Steelers leaving their offense on the field. We got a two-point conversion coming up. Wilson's throwing for it. And they can't connect, so nearly 8 points to end the first half. But they'll only take an extra 6 into that locker room. Well, I guess we could have just kept both teams out here. We're moving past halftime and getting right to the start of the second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And a stumble coming out of the locker room at halftime as the kick goes out of bounds, Brock. So our first drive of the half is going to begin all the way up at the 40. First and 10 from the 41. From the gun, it's Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. They deliver a shot before he can get to the line. Offense to the line for second down. Daniels from the pistol. Oh no, they get him yet again. And he's gonna go. It's a pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. The return starts at the 18. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Flush down out to his left. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all. I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
Chased out to his right. Oh, he's going to run for it.
Well, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. And you're going for this. And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
First down, here's Russ. Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they face 2nd down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Now Wilson on the play fake. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Commanders take possession of the football at their own 20 after the turnover.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Ertz reels it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. An incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Wilson now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. This play goes for 36. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. From the red zone now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Commanders get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the 2nd half. The ones you get, you have to finish with points.
Daniels on first down. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
There was a window there for a moment, but boy, did they close the gap before that throw could arrive.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Daniels throwing on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
That's cut beyond the marker. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders parlay the interception into points. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
So after thinking it over, they're lining up for two. He's throwing for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another two off that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Patterson now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Hits his running back. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion.
He's got it inside the 25. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers hold an 11-point advantage. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And no, they faked it. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch him off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Returning in from the 16. And nearly down to the opposing 40 before he gets out of bounds. Excellent return there. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. 1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. That one goes for 25 yards. And And that'll be good for a Washington first. Play fake here, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed.
And that's a Washington touchdown. Now the Commanders lining up for another two-point try. Trying the toss here for two. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. Okay, Brock, dialing up another two-point call, and you remember when your friends didn't have a voicemail and it would just ring and ring and ring? It's still ringing. Falls short again of reaching that end zone.
Yeah, this defense is not doing very good between the 20s or even in the red zone, but they do find a way to rise up. This is always my challenge with being super aggressive, is why give that defense something to feel good about coming off the field after you put 6 on the board?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Here we go, 2nd and 9. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
He put everything he had into this one. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers hold an 11-point advantage. George Pickens the touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers push the lead up to 12. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return coming from the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. They've got 1st down from the 31. Now Daniels off the play action. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he'll head out of bounds at the opponent's 35. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, But sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The back's got it. Touchdown, Washington. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Throwing again is Russ. Escapes the pocket. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Wanted to get that one to Mike Williams. So they're left facing third and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction, but how well the defense had that one covered.
Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out,
he brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Russ is cooking again. This one's caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay.
Delay of game.
And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Sticking in the air with Wilson.